depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Back at Radio Center, Terry Henne along with Jonathan Dent. John, how you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. Beautiful sunshine out there.
Oh, yes. Great day today.
Unless you're on the east side of Michigan's thumb.
Oh?
It's raining right now over there. And it's also raining, just a little bit south of Wurtsmith Air Force Base. Kind of dropping down toward the Tawases. No frontal systems to talk about, just turbulence, and it's popping up these little showers here and there. And really, there's not a whole lot of temperature variance between the air and the water right now. We're looking at 72 degrees in Lake Huron right now. What do we have at the airport?
Well, over at the airport, we've got 76 degrees. Downtown Midland's got 79. And here at Radio Center, we're at 78. Nice southwest breeze at 7 miles an hour.
Not too bad. What about the barometer? Where are we at right now?
Barometer is at 3007, holding steady.
Okay, because we do have a high pressure system affecting us and a low, which is a little bit further west of us. That low is going to meander around there for a couple of days before it finally begins to affect our weather here. But in the meantime, the pathway, which is a frontal system, is currently running across the Upper Peninsula. And that's the reason why you move up into the UP, especially the western half of the Upper Peninsula. You're seeing a little bit more organization of shower activity. And then you go back into Minnesota and the Dakotas, where they're getting some pretty steady rains over there. All that activity is going to try to work its way to the east. We are anticipating later this afternoon, and I think it's going to be a lot closer to sunset than 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be late. There is going to be the chance of seeing some scattered shower activity around. Fairly scattered, not a lot of ground cover, but it is going to be there. Our temperature is going to rev up here. Well, as you can tell, we're pretty close to 80 degrees right now with a few of our readings here in the Great Lakes Bay region. So a projected high of 86, I don't think that's too far out of the question. Do you?
No, I think we'll get up there pretty soon, actually.
Yeah. And what's average for this time of the year is 79 in the afternoon and 58 at night. So obviously we're running above normal. And I think we might cool down just a little bit tomorrow, or maybe Friday, I think more so, about 78, 79 degrees on Friday. Tomorrow's high is going to be about 80. So a little bit cooler. Again, all of that a function of that front that's going to try to drop down, and the low pressure system, which is going to track along that front pretty close to the straits, moving from the west to the east. So that's what we're going to see. And as a result, there is going to be a much better chance of seeing some shower activity tomorrow as that low pressure system does approach. But today, few clouds later, then a chance of some precipitation, scattered, closer to sunset tonight, but then clearing off by midnight, a low of 64. Sun will set this evening at 8:25, rise tomorrow morning at 6:52. Tomorrow, John, 80 degrees. It's going to be more clouds than anything else until we move into the afternoon. Then we are going to see a much better chance of some shower activity, a little bit more coverage as far as the land goes, but not overall. This is not a statewide system that's going to be moving through. So might be some spots pick up not much at all. Others conceivably could pick up as much as an inch or maybe more because of the unsettled nature of these particular systems. 65 for a low tomorrow night. I think that low pressure system is going to work its way into the west central part of the lower peninsula. That'll be overnight tomorrow night. And then as we move into the day on Friday, we're going to have clouds to start, but that low is going to scoot off into eastern Canada as we move into the day on Friday. That's why counterclockwise circulation, so a little bit cooler air coming back. We'll have a north breeze on Friday. We might have some gusts up to about 20 miles per hour on Friday with that north breeze. But before that, we're going to be working at west, east, southwest, west type direction winds over the next 24 to 36 hours. Friday, a low of 55, so a little bit cooler. And moving into the weekend, low 80s, mid 80s throughout the Saturday, Sunday time period. Very little, if any, chance precipitation until Sunday nights. Then moving into Monday, we'll see a much better chance, once again, of some shower activity. But those temperatures are going to start to rev up. We're looking at 85, 86 for a high on Monday. I think we'll be pretty close to 85 on Tuesday. Again, we're running above normal. And the next week, to run us all the way through Monday through Friday, above average on the temperatures. Average as far as the precipitation goes, I think most of the precipitation is going to be right at the beginning of the week. Then as we get closer to Labor Day holiday, we're going to see some clearing. Above average temperatures, though, to take us all the way through Labor Day holiday, below average on the moisture. Record high in the state, 98, set back in 1948. Record low, 42, set in 1951. And 1 year ago, 90 was our high, 65 was our low. We picked up about 0.3 of an inch of rain a year ago today. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Cody Harris. We'll be talking to him in a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Well, we talk about the weather, John. We talk about being prepared for the good things, the bad things, whatever does happen. And that's why the folks at the Michaels R Crop Insurance Agency are ready to take care of you, whatever you need. And don't forget, we're going to be working our way into the wheat sign-up. That'll be good through, I think it's like the end of September. So it might be a good idea before you really start to get busy, and I know many of you will, to get in contact with the Michaels R Crop Insurance Agency because they are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get a hold of their agents for questions or emergencies on their cell phones, or you can call the office in Reese, 989-868-4722. I think Cody's ready to give us a little settle down action today.
Well, we're kind of due for it. Let's hear from Cody. Cody, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Hey, not too bad, Cody. I keep saying this before. We have a hard time securing prosperity here. We always seem to give it up a little bit, but that was quite a strong run over the past couple of days. Evidently, there were a lot of reports in other parts of the country where the crops didn't look all that good.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely what the market is focused on here today. Well, actually, the market's kind of trying to battle back at the moment. We got a couple. Looks like soybeans and wheat are just touching in the green here this morning. So, kind of looking at everything. You definitely hit it on the head. Weather's definitely been what everyone's focused on. The crop conditions, especially on corn and soybean side, are definitely getting the headlines here this morning as we kind of move into the week. But, yeah, like you said, a little pullback after the strong last few days we had. I think, what was it? We got 5 days in a row that corn's been up, and I think soybeans have been up. I think today would have been the fifth in the past 6 days. So a little pullback definitely was kind of expected coming in here today. But we're not seeing anything too crazy at the moment. Look at the prices at the moment. Let's see right here. We got cash wheat. That's up 2 at the moment. $7.55 on the white, $7.05 on the red. New crop 23 wheat, that's up 2 as well, $8.08 on the white, $7.63 on the red. Looking over at cash corn, that would be unchanged at the moment at $6.50. New crop corn is down 1 at $5.99. Looking over at soybeans, cash soybeans are up 2 at $15.54, and new crop soybeans are up 2 as well at $13.09.
Yeah, just kind of a quiet day, really.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's definitely been quiet, kind of looking across the board. I know, corn definitely right now is looking at the forecast, and kind of you look at this extended forecast. We're it's looking really bullish, I guess, as we kind of look over the next couple of weeks. Next 7 days, definitely, we only got light to moderate rains in the Midwest and light rain in the southwestern plains, and about 0 rain coverage in the west and northwest. And then you got about a 180-degree turn as we kind of look down in the Gulf and Delta, as they're getting pounded with heavy rains at the moment right now. So you got weather forecast that's really bouncing around, and really kind of, if you look at the extended forecast, is really kind of hurting it already. Second lowest crop rating, I believe, on corn. You got weather in the outlook definitely not helping that out. One thing I think that maybe propping beans up, I was seeing maybe they touched the positive here the last few minutes. We had China pop in to buy about 4 million bushels of U.S. soybeans yesterday. So I think you're maybe seeing a little more demand being pulled here from the U.S. on the soybean side of things. But just like corn, they're being driven by the declining conditions. And a lot of funds are seeing to buy back into the market with that being the case. And if we look at wheat kind of here, spring wheat harvest is definitely, I would say, one of the highlights everything's looking at right now, as we're way behind schedule. I think right now, as of Sunday anyways, we're about third done. But North Dakota and Minnesota are really far behind the average pace. I think North Dakota's at 18%, Minnesota 30% complete. Even though we're seeing some showers kind of fall at the moment in South Dakota and Minnesota early this morning, the forecast should be conducted to pick up a little bit in harvest. So that's definitely kind of driving that little run up we've seen the last few days here in the market on the wheat side of things.
All right. Cody, you have a good one. We'll talk to you again.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. I think Doug Klein is ready to go. Right, John?
Yep, we've got Doug Klein from Oppenheimer on the line. But first, this midweek market report is brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline. Are you ready to upgrade to a new Ram truck for your family farm? Now is the time to order your new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500. So you should go see the folks at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. They're the Great Lakes Bay certified ag dealer. They specialize in all models of new Ram commercial trucks and vans, and ordering is the way to go. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by Thumb Bank, they've been serving agriculture for over 125 years. They've got 2 locations in Bay City, also Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, Bad Axe, and Marlette. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Let's head on over to Oppenheimer now and hear from Doug Klein. Doug, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everything looking, Doug?
Well, it looks kind of lazy right now. The only thing really moving is heating oil up 2.85%, so that's 11 cents higher, and gasoline down 4.5%, so that's 12.25 cents lower. Well, that's good. I guess it has something to do with the refineries and maybe flash flooding and things like that, and the Strategic Petroleum Reserve maybe. There was one report out today that said that home prices had declined for the first time in 3 years, 1% lower. Not a huge big deal, as they are quite overinflated, but also the largest drop since 2011, which is about 11 years ago. So anyway, that's what's going on. Let me throw your numbers out to you. September corn, 661.25, up a penny and a quarter. December corn, 655.25, unchanged. And September of 23 corn is 619, down 2.5. November soybeans, 1464.25, up 3.25. March soybeans, 1468.25, down 1/4 of a penny. And November of 23 soybeans, 1383.25, down 6 3/4. September wheat is 788.25, up 5.5. December wheat 806, also up 5.5. And July of 23 wheat is 832, up 1 3/4. Crude oil still elevated, 93.38, down 36 cents. Heating oil 391.29, up 10.5 cents. Gasoline is $2.62. That's down 12.5 cents. Kind of should put us at $3.26, maybe, if times were normal. We'll see how long that takes them to get there. Natural gas is $9.31.5. That's up 8.5 cents. Currencies, Canadian dollar. Well, the U.S. dollar gets you 129.71 at the border. That's up 19 ticks. The dollar gets you 136.92 yen. That's up 14 ticks. The euro's at 99.62. That's down 5 ticks. The dollar's at 108.56. Now, that got over 109 temporarily here, but currently is down 70 ticks. Gold's at $17.43.80, down $3. Silver's at $19.04. That's up 2 cents. Platinum's at $867.30. That's down $9.10.
All righty. You have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
You bet. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Take a quick break. Jerry Samalski comes along and Scott DeVries with Nutrient Ag. All of that, but first this.
How do you make the most of your land? Well, it depends who you ask. If you ask the Wrens or the Caggianos, who run with us on John Deere mowers, they'd tell you.
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
Get as much done in advance as possible.
I jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
But the Upshaws, the Hubbards, and the Allens who work behind the wheel of John Deere compact tractors would say,
something that's worth doing isn't always easy.
If it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
And most of all,
I'll make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
Then there's the Nelsons and the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their Gator UTVs.
It's important to just take it one day at a time.
You can't be all working up, right?
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
It's a way of life.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Rochester Hills, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Jerry Samalski from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center up in Essexville joining us right now. Jerry, you had some pretty good advice yesterday. It looks like there's some people working in the backyard right now.
Well, that's good. We like to work in the backyard. This is beautiful weather to get everything cleaned up and ready to go. Right now, Terry, this year we've had more crabgrass and nutsedge in our lawns, and then for that matter, in our planting beds. Nutsedge seems to be cropping up all over, worse than I've ever seen it. In your lawns, it needs to be sprayed individually with a special chemical. And right now, the crabgrass is getting terrible. And that, just let it go. There are some sprays you can use, but right now the crabgrass is so far advanced that the sprays are hardly effective. And another month from now, we'll get a frost and crabgrass goes away anyway.
All right.
So kind of give up on the crabgrass for the year and go spray your nutsedge.
Just don't look.
That's about it. Yeah, perfection is hard to achieve.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Jerry, thanks a lot. You take care. Along with us right now, Scott DeVries with Nutrient Ag. Scott, I think you can identify with some of these weed problems right now.
I was just shaking my head at that crabgrass in my lawn yesterday. I'm like, oh, son of a gun. And he's right. The herbicide is not working as good as should on those crabgrasses in the lawn.
What's going on out in the fields right now, Scott?
Well, this time of year, we're seeing some ugly weeds in the fields pop their heads up. Mare's tail, many of the big weed species, even lamb's corn was hot and dry. And so, growers are trying to figure out what to do, whether, dry beans, we get into a harvest desiccation program. And, if we've got the wheat fields, it's time to clean up all the wheat fields, get those burnt down and get those weeds under control because we really don't want all those going to seeds. Whether it's 100,000, a million seeds for planted, it doesn't really matter. That's a lot of weed seed. And we need to be out there taking care of those things out there pretty rapidly right now.
That's one thing a lot of folks really concentrate on, or at least they wish they did, was getting the beds ready for wheat in the fall. The weed control is a must.
Yeah, a lot of growers in the valley here, they have dry beans, and they use sharpened herbicide as a desiccant for the dry beans. And that does a really good job, and it's able to go right back into wheat. So it not only burns down and helps your desiccation for the dry beans, but also provides you some weed control going into the fall. So that's one option. When you get that wheat planted, another option is to use a fall herbicide like Husky, and still keep your options open going next spring in case something have failed wheat crop or you want to do some underseeding. So a lot of options to talk to your crop consultant about and get out there and get it all figured out with a good plan.
Scott DeVries, thank you so much. You have a great day, okay?
I hope you do as well, Terry.
Will do. Scott DeVries over at Nutrien Ag. We'll be right back. Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444.
Looking for a career where every day is different? Got a knack for working on farm equipment? We're looking to grow our team. Hudson Inc., your local John Deere dealer, is responsible for keeping farmers of America running. Honest, dependable, and self-reliant mechanical technicians is who we are looking for. Hudson provides continuing education, tool allowances, and benefits. If you're interested in becoming a part of the Hudson team, go online and search Hudson Inc. Careers for more information.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts. New parts for old tractors made easy, real easy. The chances are they have what you need for that old tractor because they do take their job personally at Steiner. They understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. 800-234-3280. That's the number. Or you can go to their website, steinertractor.com. They've also got parts catalogs available, too, if you'd like to have one of those. Steiner Tractor, new parts for old tractors. They can take care of everything for you. And also, they want you to put on your calendar the Thumb Octagon Barn. That is going to be coming up, John, the first weekend after the Labor Day weekend. So all the fun affairs and festivals continues.
All right, yeah.
As we roll right into September, there's lots of stuff going on. But the folks at Steiner, they usually have a really good tractor show there at the Octagon Barn. So kind of mark that down in the Gagetown area. We'll have a lot more information for you on that, and we'll be doing our farm program from the Octagon Barn. That will be on Friday, the Friday after Labor Day. Michigan Bean Commission wants to remind each and every one of you that coming up next week, they're going to be having their dry bean variety research plot tour and different locations all around. Looks like Tuesday the 30th, they're going to be in Tuscola County at the Rail Farms. That's going to be a noon start there, John. And then over in Huron County at Richmond Brothers on Wednesday, August the 31st. Raider Farms over in the West region. That's on Thursday, September the 1st. And then the activities continue with Schindler Farms on Tuesday, September the 6th. So again, mark that down on your calendars. Other than the noon event, which is going to be this coming, or not this coming, but next Thursday, August the 30th, every one of these kicks off at about 6 o'clock in the evening. Farm Service has been brought to you by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They do have lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Find out why they should be your hometown financial solution by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the premier kitchen and bath